Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Yeah, the old clock says it's 5 o'clock. Beer 30. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews today. Today's beer comes from Stone Brewing. This is their Enjoy By series. This is an unfiltered version, and it's got on the front here, on the back it says Stone Enjoy By Christmas, and on the front it says Enjoy By 12.25.17, and this is a 9.4% alcohol by volume, and on the bottom it says canned on 11/19/2017. So today is the 9th of December. So we are well within the date code here. Guys, I used to think this Enjoy By series was the top of the line, top notch. Blew my hair back, my socks off a couple years ago when I started doing these. Now that we're getting into the New England style juice bombs and double dry hop versions of IPAs and double IPAs. These are just a little bit back on the list. They are still very, very tasty, but I don't consider them 10 beers anymore. And a lot of people say, oh, you're crazy, especially the ones that don't like those juice bombs or the unfiltered versions of those juice bombs where it looks like orange juice and it don't look like beer. So I am not in that crowd. I do love those beers. The Enjoy By series is still a very, very well done beer by those guys. And now that we have a brewery up and running here in Virginia from Stone, and I'm not actually sure where this would come from. If I was guessing, I would say maybe this would even come from the one here in Richmond. Yep. Brewed and canned by Stone Brewing. It says California and Richmond, Virginia. So they give both there, but it doesn't tell me. There may be a date code on the bottom here which tells us what brewery it actually comes from. I don't know that code. But if I was guessing, I would say this one probably did come out of Richmond. So let's see what we got in the can here, guys. Like I said, I am a big fan of these beers. I just don't think they're quite to the 10 scale with what's available in 2017 now with all that's going on. 90 IBUs according to Untapped on this beer. And they do have this listed as this beer, the 12.25.17 unfiltered version. When you go over to Beer Advocate, they have all these beers clumped into one category, either the filtered or the unfiltered version. Doesn't matter what month or year that it was done. So I think they ought to be able to break those down so we know what we're drinking and not have the same category for all of them just clumped together. So I do appreciate Untapped breaking them down and letting us comment on each individual beer, where Beer Advocate does not. For the commercial description here, guys, it says on Untapped, for this version of Stone Enjoy By IPA, we thought we don't always have a filter, so why should our beers? By skipping a step and letting the devastatingly fresh golden hued double IPA go unfiltered, the beer takes on a hazy appearance and its peach and tropical fruit hop aromas are intensified. So though it may sound like it, this misstep was no misstep. Like other IPAs in this series, this version is brewed specifically not to last. I don't know if I'm up with that. They just want you to drink it fresh, guys. That's why they do that. They want you to have it 37 days from the time they put it in the can or bottle, whichever the case may be. And I usually try to do that. If I can get it super fresh, I'll drink it super fresh. And I actually bought a 6-pack of these. Got some to enjoy after this. So with that being said, that's all we need to talk about, I think. We've covered the ABV, the IBUs, and the canned on date, and the enjoyed by date. So that sums it all up. Let's open it up. What do you think? Pop the top, he said. And into the glass we go. All right. Let's see if this is going to create. Yeah, it looks like it may do a monster head, so we better not do that. Food pairing cuisine is barbecue cheeses, pepper, Monterey, pepper jack, sharp blue, cheddar, use stronger cheeses, meat, game, grilled meat, and salmon. Glassware snifter, tulip oversized wine glass. I got my favorite tulip glass. And of course, Beer Advocate, since it's a 9%, says you can sell it. I would not do that, guys. Don't do it. You'll regret it. Drink it fresh. That's why they say. Have it by this date. 12/29. Have it by Christmas Day. Now, if you have it on the 26th or 27th, it ain't going to be a big, it ain't going to change. Trust me, in 2 days, it's not going to change. But if you're having this in April or May of 2018, big difference. Trust me. Alright, that pour, about a finger of head on that one, and it is kind of hazy. It does look like it's unfiltered. I can see a little bit of light there. It's not like it's super unfiltered, but it is unfiltered. Nice amber, rich amber color. Tangerine amber color. To the nose we go. Very nice. A nice dankness to it. Hints of pine, grapefruit, pineapple. A little bit of oranges, maybe some mangoes, some tropical fruit notes. A little bit of peach, like it says. Smells pretty damn good. Like I said, I'm never disappointed with this series. I just don't think it's quite to the 10 scale anymore with what's available in 2017. Smells good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Damn tasty. 90 IBUs. I am getting that bitterness on the back end. More so than we did on the single cut yesterday. That was 112. This one's a little more prevalent with the bitterness. And if you're used to drinking double IPAs, you're used to having that bitterness on the back end. And I like that a lot of times. The juice bombs don't have that so much. But typically brewed beers usually does. They use a bittering hop in the boil. Or from what I'm hearing, a lot of these juice bombs do not. They don't put any in the boil as far as bittering in the beginning of the boil. Now they may still put some aroma and flavor hops in the back end of the bowl here, and dry hop it or double dry hop it. But I think they eliminate that bittering to get that more sweet taste. Very nice, very pleasant. And like I said, I did buy this beer, guys. I bought a whole 6-pack of it. A lot of times I can, these things show up and I'm able to get my hands on them. A lot of times I am not. So I have had a lot of my subscribers send them to me. Have you got this enjoyed by Sarah? And I haven't seen it, and they'll send them to me. But I was able to get this one. So hopefully now that the Richmond Brewery Stone is up and running, might be able to get some more of these, but this was not available at Kroger's. I had to go out to the barrel chest and see Martin and those guys to actually get my hands on this. So very tasty. I just wish the distribution was just a little bit bigger or better, or these would show up at the Kroger store and stuff around here, where I didn't have to drive across town to actually get my hands on them. But occasionally I make that venture out there. So, and usually when I do, I'm into in between the $100 and $200 range of the beers that I pick up. So, a very costly trip over there every time I go. So, I always find something that I want to try. So, with that being said, guys, let's right out the fridge. Let's let it warm up, sip on it, and see where we end up. Hey guys, I'm back. I've been sipping on about 30 minutes. Very tasty beer, guys. Not disappointed. Exactly what I expected. Very tasty beer. A very nice rendition of a West Coast style. Alcohol is very well hidden for it. 9.4%. Very pleasant, very easy drinking for that big of an alcohol beer. Nice hop notes. Like I said, I used to think these beers were 10s, and there's probably still a lot of people that still do. But now that I've had so many of the juice bombs and the New England style and the double dry hop versions of beers, this is not quite there now. But it's still very enjoyable. That's why I bought a 6-pack of it. If I didn't like it or didn't care for it, I may have bought one. But I bought a whole 6-pack because it is a very tasty beer. Very well made beer on top of that. So let's do the final chug. Well, I probably got a little more than that. This does have a nice bitterness to the back end, like most of the West Coast styles do, especially with the 90 IBUs. Very nice, very pleasant, very enjoyable. Glad I bought a whole 6-pack of it. This is a very nice beer. Yeah, final chug. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I will finish off the 6-pack before Christmas. So we'll have it in the 37 days that they want you to have it in. Very impressive beer as far as the ABV and the taste that you get. The alcohol is super well hidden. It drinks like a 6 or 7%er, guys. It really, really does. So very well done. Guys, to me, 9 out of 10. I'm going to give this a 98. Very tasty. Over to Beer Advocate, and like I said, they clump all these beers together. They only differentiate between the unfiltered and the filtered versions. They don't list them by date, and they throw them all in together. All the unfiltered Enjoy Buys are all together. So I wish they would do something different than that. So we'd be commenting on exactly the beer that we're having instead of throwing all those comments into one category. And as far as they say, 4.34 out of 5. That's their A- category, guys. And it has to go to 4.5 to get to the A, and then all the way up to 5 to be the A+. Over to Untapped, and they have it at 4.06. So that is, to me, guys, that's in their A- category. A lot of these guys that comment on these sites, they're probably a lot like me. Now they've had the juice bombs and double dry hop versions of IPAs and double IPAs. This is a little lackluster once you've had those style of beers. But I still think it's a very well done beer, so that's why I grade it accordingly. I don't go by what these guys say. I'm telling you what I think about the beer. I still think it's pretty damn close, and if you say it's a 10 beer, I would not argue with that whatsoever. It's pretty damn tasty. I enjoy this. I enjoy these beers, so I'm glad I got to pick up a whole 6-pack of them of this particular version. So, with that being said, if you've had this Enjoy by 12.25.17, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.